Sickening Sunday. You already know we at work decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals. See what the talk of the town is going down the curve. You heard me. Sets us up. Southern California, it is a beautiful day today. Beautiful day. Nice day to be enjoying yourself. Well, what day, huh? Because it already looks nighttime over here, even though it's still early. Okay, just set this up. Now, for those who are curious, I did drop a new video on my other channel, a battle rap reaction, like I said I was gonna do. So we brought it. Fuego track. Both of them were fuego, heat, lava. What's cracking like Alex Jones, mom? What's good, my loke? You're getting yourself into on this Sunday afternoon. What's cracking like Jose? Hope everybody's having a lovely, lovely Sunday. Last day for a fun day. Oh, no. We got a fresh week, no? Vacay. Kids are vacay in school. What's cracking like a Dashpool? No, Derek is definitely up in the building. Getting ready to make the cheddar. We chilling, my boy. We chilling like a villain. It's all to the gravy, my boy. It's all to the gravy. You know, we were just right here chilling. Kicking back. That's right. Oh, damn. You don't get a week Thanksgiving break, or what the fuck that shit's called? Thanksgiving week break? You know, like how they give people the week off before the holiday for some strange reason. I mean, the week of the holiday for some strange reason. Oh, it starts on Wednesday. All right. Hey, fuck it. At least they give you some. On Wednesday. All right. I feel you. Chad, I was curious if you ever heard of the town. Really? No, I haven't. Where's that located at? Nope, doesn't ring a bell at all. But then again, there's several areas that I'm just like, what? Like, where's that at? Are people complaining about Thanksgiving? The turkey don't taste good. Places see that. You know how my grandma would do it. She would make pozole, just like the way that you always make pozole. You know, like nothing different. But the only difference is that instead of like or puerco or the res, she would add turkey. She would use turkey for the meat of the pozole. That way, it was juicy. It wasn't like dry, and it was good. That's how we used to eat our Thanksgiving turkey, pues, in pozole. And it was good. Tasted the same. I'll eat it in pozole, served with mashed potatoes, and I don't give a fuck how. In a sandwich. We'll devour it however it comes. We're not picky. I don't have much to do on Mondays, Tuesdays. Except my calculus test and other assignments. Yeah, but I mean, the calculus test in itself is, like, well, I mean, the study for a task of its own. I would figure. Our bros once gave turkeys and prices fools didn't want. They do that at my job too. They give us like, well, you can either pick between like a small turkey or a ham. Not all the time, but sometimes. Which I wonder why now that I think about it. I never question. I don't give a fuck either way. They didn't want them. That's crazy though. Like, bro, if they're giving you a free, I mean, you don't turn down free shit, bro. You just don't. Unless it's shit. right? But other than that, I mean, shit. Come on now. There's people out there that can't even afford a turkey, bro. Give you one. Like, at least take that shit and go fucking give it to somebody or something. Go hand it out to somebody. Somebody with an oven, obviously. I mean, why give it a homeless person? How are they gonna cook it? I mean, I guess they could cook it. It'll take a long ass time though. Like on a fire, because those just take forever to fucking cook. It's like 4 hours to cook one of them birds, unless you deep fry it and burn your whole house down. I don't know. Have your pickings. Have you seen those videos where they deep fry it and then it creates big ass fires? And I'm just like thinking to myself, like how stupid are these people? Like, how hard is it not to add so much fucking oil to the fucking pan, bro? Like, you already know when there's fucking liquid in something and you put something in there, it lifts up, right? So like, why don't they pour water in there first to see like if it's to overspill or whatever? Even a little bit overspilling, it's gonna hit the flame and the flame's gonna fucking erupt. So I mean, it's really not that hard. It's like, bro, I know these motherfuckers I know they fucking paid attention in school, like at the 5th grade. And then some people like put the frozen turkey in there. Like, how stupid are you? Like you should already know when something's frozen. You add it into there. The change of temperature is gonna fucking make the steam erupt, bro, like a volcano. Come on now. I'm pretty sure they fucking did in school those volcano projects. I'm pretty sure they know how it works. In rocket science. By the way, did you see how my one simple comment made a nose crash? No, I didn't. You were on their live thing, like. No, wait, how would I see that though? Yeah, you have a channel? It's one from between Stockton. All right. Nah, I haven't. Okay, so it's between those two areas. All right. Yeah, there's still a lot of places that is like, like little small places that even down here in Southern California that I'm just like, what? I'm still finding out of different areas. They eat turkey with mole. Oh yeah, that's true. They eat it. Yeah, I haven't tried it with mole, but shit, I know that shit will smack. Shit, mole is fucking fuego, bro. You can't go wrong with mole. Green, red, or the chocolate one. I said, do you realize you're supposed to be recording you, and then it was. Okay, I did see one on exposed to whatever, exposing to or exposed to, or was it on chemo? I actually don't really remember where I seen it. Right in one of those two, and I seen the video, but I didn't know that you were the one that asked the question that had him crashing out. All right. Yeah, he was flipping though. It must have been the drugs. Normally, Scante warriors do exist. People are on drugs. They get short temper. They have a short temper. They tend to say all kinds of dumb shit that they would never do. A whole lot of barking. And you can always tell on something. Bro, they almost forget as a thing. But they don't get. Oh, well, yeah, because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico, obviously. It's an American thing. But still, to turn down the turkey and everything, like, I just don't understand that. Like, bro, I know you celebrate Thanksgiving. Mexicans just find any excuse to celebrate anything, bro. We celebrate fucking Tuesday just for it being Tuesday. Con mariachi and, banda and caguamas y bucanas y bolos y todo el pedo. I don't eat turkey for Thanksgiving, but I'll eat some. Why? You don't like turkey? It's a police chase going on or what? Yeah, it looks like it. That's a lot of units. I counted like 5. The fuck is going on in the corner? I don't know. Something happened over here in the corner. You can still hear more of the units coming. The Black Friday stuff. Oh, hey, no, they were even doing Black Friday on the Thursday, like Thursday night it would start or some shit like that. People wouldn't be eating turkey; they'll just be waiting outside just to save $3.25. Waiting all that time just to save fucking $6.82. Shit is crazy. The deals aren't really deals. I know, but it's just the the way to trick the masses though. Do you like the lightsaber gummies? Oh yeah, those are fuego, bro. Those are the best. Our bosses are stingy now. Serio, they do become stingy. The more money they make, the least they wanna, the less they wanna, hook you up with. Oh yeah, no, we don't get Christmas pay either, bro. They took that shit out a long. They took that shit out. We used to. They took that shit out a while back ago. Like example. You know how businesses say we can't pay these people the money that they're asking for us to pay them. Like when it comes to minimum wage going up, the truth of the matter is that they could pay them that amount and still make millions of dollars. They just won't make as many millions as they wanted to, but they will still be wealthy and their company would still succeed. It would still make a profit, just not the profit that they want. You know what I mean? They want more. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you're already a fucking millionaire. Like, like, why are you fucking, just like, it's never enough, bro. I'm telling you. And the people that actually bring them the millions, they don't want to give them shit, right? That's where it comes to the people that are actually, gaining you wealth. Cause, hey, all them people weren't out there working, bro. You would make $0, bro. Zero. Without them, you will make $0. Who the fuck's gonna work all of this? Who's gonna be doing all of this? You? No, right? You need them in order to make your million, right? So, come on now. But no, it's like it's almost like they forget that, bro. Like they should be grateful I even gave them a job. Like you should be grateful they made you the money that you have, bitch ass. Mr. Pasa's definitely up in the casa for the raza. Oh, we just chilling. Some people think they know it all. Serio. Exposed tube has been on fire lately, though. Serio. Yeah, because apparently, it does seem like he is actually getting to them, though. It doesn't get her whole news. Just let them fade away. Well, it's not like they look. People would leave them alone if they were just to be honest. You get what I mean? Like all it really does take is for people to be honest, and people wouldn't like. If you were to be honest, bro, what would these individuals be able to say about you? Like if they're honest with themselves, right? So what they're putting out there, what can anybody tell them? Like let's say if they're just being honest about everything, nothing you can tell them. What do you expose? Nothing to expose, right? So therefore, You know, people wouldn't cover you and they would just move on because, well, there's nothing there. But as long as you keep giving them something, then people are going to speak on it, right? And like I said, as long as it's the truth, can't nobody be mad at that. Thoughts on the saying that was a homosexual trying to storyline because really? That's crazy. That's crazy how many like they're the last people that should even be even touching the subject, considering how many you know predators and pedophiles they covered for, right? Like the priests, right? That they were moving around and trying to say that they got rid of them, right? But they just relocated them. And that's the thing. They have had there's been multiple scandals on them, so it's not even like an isolated incident. It's just been so many that it's not even funny. And I know because I have done research on a lot of those cases, and I'm just like I'm just mind blown of how many there actually is. I'm just like fuck, like what kind of shit is this, right? And the cover up is outrageous. Have you ever done Black Friday? Yeah, I done Black Friday once, but just for the chaos. Posted it. I asked, started crashing out and lying to me. I say, you realize you're a homosexual, right? And said he is not willing to give up no Eddie, bro. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I heard the whole homosexual thing, and then the him always bragging about his cock and everything like that, and it's like he acts like a 12-year-old, worse than a 12-year-old. I broke her up already. Like, I was like, yo, witness. My thoughts on them is that they need to stop fucking knocking on my goddamn door. That's what. Seriously, they irritate me. They're one of the few that irritates me. They knock so much, I gotta open the door and tell them no, and just close the door. It's like my whole thing about them, not to be rude or anything like that, is that if people want to, be a Jehovah or be reading on this or whatever, they'll go to your church or your temple, whatever the fuck you call it, right? But they'll go to you, right? But to come and just like just be knocking and knocking and just like fuck though, like recruit, what they're trying to do. They're literally trying to recruit you, right? It's annoying. Because at first I was okay. Then when recruitment tactics, and then the eyes started, and then the calls started coming. You know what? This like, hey, man, you over here waking me up from my slumber. Now you have the nerve to judge me? Shit. Then I started attacking me, and he's super because it was probably the drugs, bro. He was probably just feeling himself at the moment. Before, except for twice, it was in school. What Indians? They don't eat turkey. He says we the best. Gunner said, "Yo, give me most of the address so we can be the ones who die." Yeah, that's crazy. Live on a live saying those things. That is crazy. Bro's willing to throw it off for YouTube. Like, stop, my guy. Just stop. Like, you don't even believe that. Here's another thing that, the small minds never wrap their heads around. They're calling you out because of your lies, right? So they're coming and bringing facts. They're bringing the proof. They're bringing the truth. They're bringing the truth. You're coming with lies. So you're upset. So now you call them out for a fight. You guys fight. Let's say that guy beats the guy up. The liar beats up the guy that was telling the truth. Okay. That still doesn't change the fact that you're a liar and that you lied. Nothing's going to change. You know what I mean? Even if you guys do fight, even if you fucking win, it is not going to change the fact that you're a fucking liar. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? Winning a fight is not like all of a sudden if somebody wins a fight, oh, okay, there, he's telling the truth for everybody, he won. Therefore, whatever he said is the truth. No, that's not how it works, all right? You're still a fucking liar. So the point of the fight is what now? It's not gonna fucking change what it is. And it's like fuck, like how, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, how stupid are you, bro? Seriously? Like, you want to be mad at somebody, bro? Go look in the mirror. That's what you should be mad at. Can't be fucking mad at people pointing out the truth. Stop fucking lying. Plain and simple. The fact that the Bible has so many versions of itself shows. Yeah, it is great. Like, which one? Accurate one. It's crazy. Okay, never mind. Give his address. So this. Nah, that's just a facade, though. It's just a tough talk to try to make it seem like, like, oh, damn, to everybody that this guy means business. You know what I mean? You can say, pull up, I'll give the Addy all you want, bro. That's not going to change the facts. So, you know what I mean? Because the times he has been, people have ran into him in person. He has ran. And there's been multiple witnesses to that. People that were actually there and that used to be his friends who all said the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Including one person that's still his friend who said that, yeah, what these guys were saying was true. Not to clown on him. Then I also seen that video where he said that he's not the one, but that guy with the Spider-Man mask was all in his fucking face. And always tell when an individual doesn't want the smoke because they'll tell you, all right, come over here. Let's go around the corner. Hey, let's step over there. Hey, let's go over there. Let's do it over there. If the funk really wanted to be, if they really wanted funk, bro, they would just take off on the spot, no matter where the fuck they're at. Changing the location is not gonna make no fucking difference. You know what I mean? It's gonna bring attention regardless of where the fuck you go. But that's just an excuse to use that. Because then the person's not gonna want. Oh, it's more how could I say, stall tactics, right? Like you're being out because you want to get attention. That way they get the cop crack, right? That's why people are loud about it. You tell them go over here. That way the person might change his mind or might not want to go nowhere, and then now you can say that, well, he's the one that pussied out. But if you really wanted the funk, you would have took off right there, bro. Just let them have it. I'm not gonna be telling people come over here or let's go over there. If I feel like I'm being insulted, then it's gonna happen where the fuck we're at. Like people want to go on a fucking field trip. And like I said, there's just like multiple proof of this, but yeah, he still tries to lie about it though. That's what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. You don't want no action, because you're trying to take care of your kids. Hey, that's perfectly understandable. You're being the adult about it. You're doing the right thing. Can nobody knock you for that, right? Knocking part is, that you're not willing to do this, right? But then you're acting like you are, and you're over here insulting people for that reason, and creating the mess, right? But then don't want to actually, answer for it. It's stupid. Like, you can't act like the tough guy and talk shit to everybody and create the drama and don't want to handle it. It's just not how it works. You get no sympathy for that. What do you think about the people who can? If they can't fight, then they can't fight. You know what I mean? It's um, like, how can I say? Anything can happen in a fight, right? It doesn't matter if you know how to win, if you know how to fight, or if you don't know how to fight. The skills of your fighting is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you've never been in a fight. It doesn't matter if you've been in 100 fights. That's not the purpose of a fight. The purpose of the fight is not to let yourself get walked all over. Is to not let yourself get bullied or taken advantage of. It's not letting yourself win or lose. It don't matter. What matters is that you didn't let yourself get taken advantage of or, walked all over. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody take advantage of you. Don't let somebody, like, humiliate you. Stand up for yourself. Even if you get your ass beat, you at least didn't let yourself. And that's the whole point. That's why people can respect that. Not everybody's going to win the fights that they're in. There's going to be some fights that you lose. Does that mean now you're a bitch and all that? No. Right? The whole point is, you give props to the homie because he didn't let himself. He stood his ground. That's right, my boy. You did your thing. Even if you did lose. Like, hey, you stood on your own, Like, oh, he fucked up his homie. Hey, but the homie didn't let himself. You know what I mean? He can't say he punked the homie. The homie stood his ground, even if he did lose. You know what I mean? So, all these people bragging how they can fight and all that shit's irrelevant, bro. Like I said, none of that shit means anything. They want to brag for shit that doesn't mean nothing, bro. And that's the thing. Wherever they put their value, that's how you already know where their mentality's at and what they're really about, bro. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, in a fight, anything could happen, bro. Somebody could trip and fall. They could hit the wall and get hurt, or or the person could just hit you at the right spot. You don't know, right? You don't know how your body's gonna react, whatever blow you're gonna take, right? And it could knock you out. The potentials of any of those things happening, like I said, it's possible. And people will respect somebody who actually stands their ground. He might kick the guy's ass, but he probably won't think about picking on the individual again. He'll probably be like, all right, that fool will stand up for his own shit. But like I said, these individuals, all they want to see is just like taking the W's and being the winners and shit. Like I said, bro, and stuff that's irrelevant to the facts. They just want people to think of them like, damn, these fools are really down. This was crazy. This fool's willing to handle his shit. Like, how can you say that if you never seen that? Because anybody on here could come on here and a whole lot of things. I'm not the one. You know how many times people have said that they're not the ones, and guess what? They were the ones. I used to hear that shit all the damn time, and I used to see motherfuckers on their knees begging. Like, stop with the nonsense already. You're not fooling nobody. You're not the one. Calm down. You're a goofball. The ones that are not the ones don't have to say that they're not the ones. Like, ooh, they're not the ones. Oh, look at that. That lets me know that you are the one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch break is over. We got to get back to